Question 2a. Investigate the convergence of the series n square upon 7 raised to n. Now, ये सम में हमें क्या करना है? Find the convergence of this series. So for this, first of all, observe the term. यहाँ पे क्या दिया है हमारे पास? In numerator n square is given and in denominator 7 raised to n. Means what we have? Here power of n is given. Okay, so when power is given, then either we can use root test or we can use ratio test. Okay, तो यहाँ पे पावर ऑफ n दिया है तो हम यहाँ पे क्या यूज करेंगे? रूट टेस्ट. नाउ फर्स्ट स्टेप, this is the given series an is equal to series n square upon 7 raised to n, where an is n square upon 7 raised to n. An means nth number of term. Okay, so an is what? N square upon 7 raised to n. Now apply the root test. According to root test, what is L? L is equal to limit n tends to infinity nth root of absolute of an. Okay, now put the value of an here. Limit n tends to infinity nth root of absolute of an is what? N square upon 7 raised to n. So write here n square upon 7 raised to n. Now evaluate this limit. Okay, and on that base we can give the conclusion for this series. चलो अब ये लिमिट हम सॉल्व करेंगे. सो नेक्स्ट व्हाट वी गेट? लिमिट n टेंड्स टू इंफिनिटी. नाउ दिस वन इज द पॉजिटिव वैल्यू n square. n is the positive number here because n is vary from 1 to infinity. So n is positive. Okay, as well as 7 raised to n is positive. So that's why this entire quantity is positive. Okay, so after removing this absolute value, we have the positive value. So now separate the nth power. So nth root of n square upon we get nth root of 7 raised to n. Okay, this step. Now again rewrite the term. So we get n square raised to 1 by n in denominator 7 raised to n raised to 1 by n. Okay, now here n is cancel out. Now how to write this value? N raised to 1 by n raised to square. Okay, here combine this one, n raised to 1 by n, and take square outside upon 7. Now here apply the limit. So here we use one property. Limit n tends to infinity n raised to 1 upon n is equal to 1. So this limit you can find using the L'Hopital rule. Okay, तो आप L'Hopital rule से ये लिमिट चेक कर सकते हैं, लेकिन यहाँ पे आपको क्या करना है? सिर्फ ये याद रखना है. ओके, सो नाउ लिमिट n टेंड्स टू इंफिनिटी n रेज टू 1 by n, put 1. Okay, so we have 1 square upon 7. So this is what? 1 upon 7. So here what we get? The answer is 1 upon 7. Now as per the root test, what is the condition for root test? If L is less than 1, then the given series is convergent series. If L is greater than 1, then the given series is divergent series. And if L equal to 1, then the test is inconclusive. Inconclusive means fail. Okay, for L equal to 1 हम कोई भी conclusion नहीं दे सकते. अब यहाँ पे चेक करो, L क्या है हमारा? 1 by 7, and 1 by 7 is what? Less than 1. Okay, so that's why from this what we conclude? By the root test, the given series n square upon 7 raised to n is convergent. Okay.